Okay, we just went over the 5 motors for the 5 degree of freedom robot arm. So here is the Arduino code for testing that every motor is working. So once again, at the top, we have that the base is at 0, the shoulder is at 4, the elbow is at 3, the wrist is at 2, and the gripper is at 1. So first you're going to include 2 libraries, the wire.h library and the Adafruit PWM server driver.h. Then you're going to create one instance of the Adafruit PWM driver that's going to drive the motors. Then we define ranges in microseconds for the different motors. So microsecond min, mid, and max is for the base. Then we have the wrist, min, home position, and max. Then we have the shoulder, home, min, and max positions. We have the elbow, home, min, and max positions. The gripper, home, min, and max positions. We set the servo frequency to 50, the baud rate for the serial monitor for debugging to 9600, the oscillation frequency for the servo motors to 270 million, I believe. No, I think that's 27 million. Pause time 3000 and repeat. Repeat is the number of times you want to jog the motor when you're starting up to make sure it's working. You can set this to different numbers if you want to jog it multiple times. You have a servo number count. Remember, the number of servos is 5 for the 5 degree of freedom robot. Once again, we define the base at pin 0, the shoulder at 4, the elbow at 3, the wrist at 2, and the gripper at 1. In the setup function, we start the baud rate in case we want to do any debugging. We start the PWM. We set the oscillator frequency. We set the servo frequency. Then we wait, and then we serial print that the servo test will start. So the first thing you would do is you would connect all these motors and then jog each one of them at a time. Right now they're on repeats of 1 so that you can make sure that all of the motors are working correctly. Being servo motors, they do sometimes burn out. So you probably want to do this regularly. So you would run through base, shoulder, elbow, wrist, gripper. Then after it finishes all of those, you home to the default position, and you can obviously go in and change the microseconds on that global variable to whatever you want it to be. Then after you run them, robot homing, just one more time, it just writes in microseconds to each of them to put it at their home position. Base, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and gripper to whatever you want to call their home position. The gripper's min is its home position. The base's midpoint is its home position, etc. So then jog base, all of these functions look exactly the same. So all they are is a for loop with a number of repeats where it's going to move through the clockwise for a certain amount of time and the counterclockwise. Then for the next one, exactly the same, where it does the min to the max, clockwise and counterclockwise movements. Then there is the elbow, number of repeats, for loop, min and max, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then you're going to jog the wrist and the gripper as well.